My name is Benny Johnson. As some of you know, I've been struggling with addiction. However, I decided to change my life and went into recovery. I've started this podcast 90 Days Clean, and I want to take you along in my journey. What does lie ahead of me? Let me be frank, I do not know. Will I ever drink again? I do not know. This is how Stairway to Redemption was born. It is my search for answer in a real-time process of what is going to work for me. It is then my aspiration to help you figure out what's going to work for you. It is our journey together. Hey, good morning, guys. So welcome to Stairway to Redemption, episode 4. Today, my guest is Mikey. He's a friend of mine from rehabilitation. After his release from inpatient, he decided to go live in a sober house to get his bearings. Today, he's willing to share with us what it is like to live in a sober house. Hey, Mikey, why don't you introduce yourself?
How you doing, Benny? First off, I want to say thanks for having me. It's good to be here. Mike, I'm in a sober house in Bayshore, New York, called Your Journey Begins, and I'm just on the road to recovery, trying to do the right thing.
All right. So, first segment, like usual, guys, state of the mind address. How are you feeling? How is it? We're today at CSCYPAA, by the way, the Empire State Convention of Young People in AA. This is the second day. What do you think so far of the convention? How are you really feeling?
I think it's great. It's a really good thing to, get together with a lot of people who go through the same things as you do. Mm-hmm. This is my first convention, and I plan to come back to many more in the future. Yeah. Hopefully, I'm still in the right state of mind. But I like it. Happy to be here.
Yeah, good. This is my first convention yet too. My state of mind is yesterday I officially released the podcast on my personal social media accounts, so everybody knows that I've been in rehab. So far the feedback have been really positive. I heard from an uncle, a younger uncle, who was like, "Yo man, I didn't know you went to that shit." That's cool. Yeah, I told him, I'll party too, but he laughed. My best friend, who little story called my mom on me for me, that's how I went back in rehab the second time, because he thought I was gonna die, or because I was so secluded that nobody could get the hold on me. So he called my mom and she showed up in Philly. I've talked about it in the previous episode already. And he listened to the first episode of the podcast. He was like, "Yeah man, I'm really happy for you, except you went a little bit crazy going to a concert by yourself, to listen to deep house music." But I had to do it. I just wanted to know where I was when I did it. I explained it in the first episode. I wanted to know if I was in an addictive mindset or a recovery mindset. For me, it was very important to test myself after 3 months to know where I was at, because for me there was no point to be sheltered for 6 months, a year, and then relapse at the first occasion of at the first sight of. I just needed to see where was my mind at. I'm happy that to see that people are supportive.
Yeah, of course. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I know,
it really
right?
Is.
Yeah, because sometimes you're feeling ashamed, or you think that people gonna, I'm always thinking of every single possibility, scenarios in my head, so I have an answer for every situation in case something bad happen. And what's funny, I planned for so many situations, but none of them happen. So I'm just working myself out for nothing. It's pointless. Let deal with adversity when it comes and be spiritually fit and flexible when it comes to you. Yeah. All right, so that's it for the state of mind address. Let's start with the first question regarding sober house living. How long you been living in that sober house, by the way?
I have been in this sober house for about 2 months now. Mm-hmm. I went there straight after I got out of Seafield, and it's been nothing but good things. It is my 4th sober house so far.
Okay.
Best one I've been in so far, so,
So, fourth sober house, huh?
Yeah.
So, do you mind me asking what happened with the first 3 attempts? So was that like...
I wasn't ready to recover. I just still wanted to go do my thing, do my own, do it my way, and it just never worked out that way. I thought I can control it to a certain extent. It just didn't work out, and I think deep down I knew that, but I don't know. It also depends on who you surround yourself with. I'm with a really good group of guys right now.
Okay.
I have a good support network. I got a sponsor for the first time, and things are really good at where I'm at right now. So.
Okay. So. Were there were you kicked out of the sober house or you left on your own accord?
The first technically I was kicked out of almost every single one of them.
Yeah.
The second and third one, I was really kicked out. I was just still screwing around, and this was the third one I got caught using. And I knew I knew my family was going to let me back at the time, and I was just taking advantage of the whole system, especially that time around. The first sober house I was in, I tried. I was doing good for a few months, then I started drinking. I was getting away with it, and you get away with it for so long until you don't, and it just didn't work out.
Yeah, they're onto you slowly. You don't notice it, and then they come to bust you out. Yeah.
The thing with me, I was always good at getting away with what I wanted to get away with until I was just really spiraled into a giant snowball. It started off small and just snowballed into a lot of deep shit. So. I
see. What are the restrictions in sober house? Do you have curfew? Do they drug test you there? Yeah. So can you explain?
I'm going to outpatient by the one I'm in. They usually do the drug testing. The sober house itself drug test me every now and then. There is a curfew. It's 11 o'clock Sunday to Thursday, Friday, and Saturday it's 12 o'clock. Unless there's a 12 o'clock meeting on Saturdays that I go to that my sponsor runs. If I'm going to a meeting with the guys and stuff, we're allowed out, and then we come straight back. But there's rules just like every other place. You just gotta make sure you follow them. If you want to do the right thing, you will follow them.
Yeah. So what are the responsibilities in the sober house? Do you have to cleaning schedule? How does it work?
We have certain chores that we get scheduled. Every week or two. We gotta make sure. If you want to live in a nice place, so it makes you want to keep up with those chores, and yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
There's a certain rule. I help the house manager out with a few things at the house too.
So you guys, what's the standard? You have your individual room, or
I'm in a 4-man room.
4-man room.
Yeah. There's only the house manager actually lives up. The house owner, he lives upstairs, and I'm in the downstairs with all the guys.
Yeah.
And there's 2 separate sides, and both sides have 4 men.
Okay. So there's 8 of us in the house?
Yeah.
Okay, that's decent. I heard some houses have 50.
There's one certain room that has 2 beds. There's no one in there right now. It can fit 10 people.
Okay.
But there's there's 8 guys in the house right now.
Alright. Who pays for it? Usually, is it through the insurance, or you have to find a job, or DSS?
Well, they want you to find a job within the first month and stuff. I was trying to go through DSS. It didn't really work out in my favor this time.
Yeah.
Something was going on with the systems, but that's okay. Everything happens for a reason.
Because they look at the previous time,
I've been paying. I've actually been doing some growing up and been paying my own rent, which is good for me. I need that structure.
Yeah.
So
responsibility, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. What makes a sober house a good sober house?
the group of guys, the positivity, the mood change, the positivity. You got to be around a good group of guys, and this time I found that.
Yeah.
I never really had that in the other ones I was in, and we have our own meeting in our backyard too, around a fire pit, which is pretty cool. Other people come to the meeting and stuff, so you meet new faces there. There's a really good group of people that come to that meeting. Yeah. It's very well known in the area I'm in.
Okay.
So,
but when you said like a good guys of a good group of guys to surround yourself with, that's not up to you though. You don't decide who lives in. Yeah. So like, how do you decide who to pick in your team? Because I heard stories about sober house where like when you have a bad element in it, man, it's very hard to, or not only they can take out people with them, but like you yourself, like it stress you out. Yeah.
I kind of lucked out because there's also there's people that I hung out with in the past when I wasn't doing so good, who are in recovery now and come to the backyard meeting I'm in.
Okay.
And I found out I hung out with one of my sponsor's sons, and I lucked out and ran into it was like it was meant to be. Maybe everything in the past happened for a reason for me to end up with the guys I'm with now, and when something's going on, we just lift each other up.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. What do you think of? Is there like some dark stories in the sober house game? Like, do you think some people just build sober houses as a business to make money?
100%. There's a lot of bad sober houses out there. You just gotta make sure you find the right one.
Yeah.
The other sober houses I was in, even the one I'm in now, it's not always gonna be perfect. People come and go, and it's sad to see. Some people just aren't ready to give up that lifestyle.
Yeah. Is there even a vetting process? Is there a vetting process to do they interview you before accepting you in a sober house?
Yeah, of course. They want to make sure they are good. Yeah, of course. They want to know what's going on with you, where you're coming from. What's your mindset. They try to figure you out. Some places do it and they end up not even really being good. They kind of just have to do the interview just to get you in. Okay. But yeah.
So what's the difference between a sober house that's independent and a sober house that run by a rehab facility? Where we run inpatient. By the way, they have some sober houses. Do you see?
Some of them are when I was in a Seafield sober house. It's more structured and stuff, but like I said, at least to me, I'll keep it on the eye. I think it depends on who you hang yourself around. No matter what sober house you're in, you can do whatever you want. There aren't locks on the door. You're not locked in. You can go out and drink whenever you want.
Yeah, I heard some stories we're not gonna name names of because it's pointless. But I've heard of a particular sober house. When I was inpatient, when we're inpatient, people are you go over there, you're gonna relapse. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're in a facility, obviously they could try to structure it more. When it's not a facility and it's someone doing their own thing, it's obviously gonna be their own rules. But it's really up to you if you want it or not.
Yeah.
100%.
If you were to build your sober house, your perfect sober house, how you think you will set it up?
Oof, I don't know. I don't think I'm in the right state of mind to decide that yet. I'm still recovering.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair enough. So yeah, what's your plan? How long will you think you would like to stay in the sober? Or do you are you taking it easy right now? Or
I'm trying to take it easy. When I first was heading in, I was thinking, I'll be there 3-4 months, save some money, and then, I'll be out or whatever the case is. But like I said, I'm paying my own rent now. I'm not all of it. I'm not even using DSS. Maybe that happened for a reason for me to stay there even long because I'm not gonna have the money to, I'm trying to do the right thing, pay my rent off, and shit. Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a second.
No, that's fine.
What was it?
What's your plan for the future? Do you have do you think you're gonna stay there for another 3 months or do you have
So I was planning on staying there 3-4 months or whatever, but I think I might try to like kick it out for a year. You know, just get as much as I can out of it. And yeah, I'm just trying to work my steps right now. Trying to work a good program. I got a sponsor for the first time. Doing step work for the first time. I'm doing a lot of different things this time.
Right.
So, you know, I feel so much better now than I did 3 months ago. I just came up on 90 days, so.
Oh, congrats. 90
Thank
days,
you.
man. Yeah, that's great.
Thank you.
You know.
It's the longest time I've had outside of facility. You know, the longest time I've had was like 3-4 months. That was only because I was in rehab.
Yeah, like it's very different to be sober in rehab. Like, you know, once you're out there in the world, you know, rehab has that facility of, you know, capability of sheltering you from all the things outside. And then when you left to the element from the exterior elements, it's like all the temptations can come, and also like life happens, you know.
Life it happens fast too.
Yeah,
you know, I have my up and down days. They're always gonna be there, but they pass. It's temporary. You just gotta get through them. You know, I call my sponsor whenever, you know, I talk to him whenever something's going on. You know, he helps me out. The guys at the house help me out. So, you know.
How's your relationship with your family?
A lot better than it was 3 months ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, they're actually talking to me. They're seeing a change. They know I'm doing the right thing.
Where are you from? Like.
I'm from North Babylon.
Okay.
In Long Island.
Okay, so like, have you seen them? Like, do you guys like hang out?
I've seen. I haven't seen all my family yet, but yeah, I've seen my family quite a few times. You know, I'm in Bayshore there in North Babylon, so I didn't get my car on the road. You know, I'm trying to save money for that too. You know, I want to get my life in order before I do get out of the sober house.
Yeah.
You know, so you know,
that's very important.
Yeah, if I go out now and I have nothing all like set up and in order, I'll go right back down.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. What's the hardest challenge right now that, like, you know, you're dealing with when it comes to, you say like sometimes you have your days, sometimes, you know, good days, bad days.
Oh, well, I'm my own worst enemy 100%. I tend to get in my head a lot. So that's the really big one for me. And, you know, I'm always worried about what I'm going to do with everything in the future that hasn't even come yet.
Yeah.
And I'm slowly learning to just, you know, live in the moment and take it day by day, which is something I've never done.
Yeah.
You know? And, yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. How, like, the relationships with the ladies, because that's one big thing too, right? That, like, when you get out and you're trying to get your stuff together, like...
Yeah, this time around I'm actually trying to, you know, do the right thing, not get too involved, you know. My sponsor's on my ass about that too, you know.
Yeah, like there's no dating in 1 year, right?
Focus on yourself, yeah. That's all you gotta do, you know.
Yeah.
You want what I have, do what I do.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I'm trying to, you know, just take it day by day and do the right thing. You know, I really do gotta focus on myself. That's something I've never done. Unless I was trying to get high, you know. I always got high whenever I wanted to. I was really focusing on myself then, but you know, I gotta focus on myself in a positive way. And yeah, just
that's pretty cool. So yeah, you know, like we here at CSCYPAA, like there are a bunch of panels and stuff. You almost didn't make it because, you know, you were trying to come with a friend, but I'm glad you made it. You know, like because
happy
this
to be
is
here.
this is fun. What are you looking for in this convention? Like, you know, just observing.
Whatever knowledge I can absorb.
Yeah.
You know, you hear something new everywhere you go. At least for me, you know, every meeting I go to, you learn something new. And I'm just trying to take in whatever this convention offers.
Okay. Yeah, me too. Like that, like couple, we went to the relationship in AA thingy this morning, where like learn some things. You know, there's like the spiritual one I would like to check. They have also like AA meetings marathon. Like you went to one yesterday, right? Like yeah like I've yet to go to a meeting. But yeah, it's definitely pretty fun, you know.
Yeah, there's a lot of events going on. You know, talent shows last night.
The talent show.
That shit was funny.
It was good.
It was cool.
That was pretty good. Dance shows and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of activities going on, and the best thing about it is that we're all sober. You know, laughing our asses off.
Dancing sober is, you know,
it's not really my thing. You know, I gotta lean into that, but it's awesome having fun without a drink or a drug. It really
I know,
is.
right?
It
Like
really
the adrenaline is still there anyway, but it's funny. I thought like for a long time, I even forgot that I could dance without without like anything in my system because alcohol takes the barrier off, like that kind of like shyness, like I don't mind. But like now I was like, I don't care, man. Those moves, I'm gonna dance, like woo, like yeah.
You gotta live life to the fullest.
I know, right? Yeah. No, this is awesome. Gonna be do you have any question for me? Just short interview.
I don't know. I mean, I'm really happy to be here. I'm glad I can make it. I'm planning on having a lot of fun today.
Yeah.
I think this is awesome what you do. You're trying to help other alcoholics, find their way, and it's a really good thing.
Thank you.
I really respect that a lot.
Yeah, thanks, man. Like, the idea when you're like in recovery of doing service, this is my way of doing service,
That's awesome.
Because I was already listening to a lot of podcasts when I started doing this. And what I noticed was missing was a real-time account of what people were going through, Most of those podcasts were people who already had time and trying to recall how they felt like sometimes, before. But your memory tends to betray you. And also it's not ideal. Like, for example, you were like in a sober house for what, 2 months now? 3 months? Yeah, like somebody else gonna get out of treatment and would like to know how it is, how it feels like. It's better to have like at the moment, like, perspective of it, because like I cannot come back to you in 10 years and be, hey man, how did you feel about that?
Of course, and especially people who are just like getting into this whole recovery thing. You're scared. It's a scary thing. Yeah. You don't know what's going on. You don't know what to expect. It's sad to say I've been doing this for a while and I'm only 25. Okay. But I'm still very young and I'm doing it now.
Do you want to tell us a little bit about your story? How did it start? It's up to you, man. You don't.
I don't mind. Well, I mean, I was pretty much around drugs and alcohol my whole life. Both parents, drug addicts, alcoholics. My grandmother raised me. That lady's a saint. If it wasn't for her, I don't know where I would be today. Even after all my screw ups, she still, was there for me. She was the main one that was always had my back.
I see.
And I love her for that. She's awesome, and she's really happy about what I'm doing today.
That's good.
And I in the past times I was in rehabs or whatever, I always had reservations. I would talk about like I can drink, I can just control drinking or lead one thing to another. Today I decided I can't even do that, and I gotta stay on this path or else my family's gonna just be heartbroken.
Yeah.
And I don't want that, And it's a really sad thing when you put your family through that.
Yeah.
It's not worth it.
Yeah, like your family, like they it's hard, when you get
my family. My uncle is also a drug counselor. He's got 14 years clean himself. He has a beautiful family, beautiful kids. So like I've seen recovery front and center too. It can happen. He was out there too,
Yeah.
It can definitely, but this whole recovery thing, it helps. It can definitely happen if you put your mind to it.
Yeah.
It depends. It all comes down to if you want it or not.
Yeah, it's always good also to see somebody young like you who, I don't want to pile on your age, but like, there's like, unfortunately, like a kind of not trend, but like it's kind of stand in addiction and recovery that there's so many people who've been drugging and using for like 15, 20, 30 years that like when you're young, people are like, oh, alright, you have room to fuck up. But like that's not the good attitude to have. I don't think so. You know,
I agree 100%, and that was always my attitude. You know, like this. I don't know. This time around, something just switched. I was like, I don't want to live like this anymore. But every time I was in a facility, that was always my mindset. You know, I'm young. I want to have fun.
Yeah.
But I've probably had more fun the past 3 months that I've ever had getting high. You know.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I met you in patient.
My worst day sober is definitely better than my best day high.
Yeah.
100%.
Definitely. Like yeah, man, we were playing pool like inpatient. We were like always together in the yard. Like we started running together. Like you remember? Yeah, like
good time.
Oh man. Yeah, definitely. You know,
it's crazy. You have fun in those places too. You know, it's rehab, but you have a lot of fun.
Fun, yeah.
And then you come out and do things like this, which is even better.
Better, yeah.
It's awesome.
No, man, like you're the first one. We are the only one from the same class here, right? Like, some other people are supposed to come today. Hopefully, we'll see others.
I'm gonna make some phone calls.
Yeah, let's call them and see like, where you at? Like, show up. Like, you know,
it's still early in the day. We got all day. It's gonna be a long, joyful day. So
definitely
looking forward to it.
Yeah, you know, like what I wanted to talk about again. I don't know. Like, you know, this is a short episode anyway because, you know, we have other things. We have, like, things to attend here. But, yeah, man. Do you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I'm good. Just for anyone out there listening, just, you know, if you really want this, just put your mind to it, you know. And if you want it, you'll do it. You'll achieve it.
Yeah.
It's a better way of life. It's a better way of living.
Definitely.
I'm still learning a lot when it comes to recovery, but what I've seen so far in myself is that I've come a long way within just 3 months, and I'm really happy to be where I am today.
No, definitely. Alright, guys, that's it for today. Thank you, Mikey, for being my guest, and I will see you guys later. Bye.
Take care, guys.
There you have it, folks. Short episode this week since it was recorded at CSCYPAA, Empire State Convention of Young People in AA. Overall, it was a great convention. I had fun there. There were like a lot of great speakers. There are similar YPAAs, YPAA, like young people in AA conventions coming up in other states. I will post the link for those who are interested in this episode description. Thanks again to Mikey for being my guest and sharing his story of sober living. Since it was a short episode, I would like to take the opportunity to circle back to what I shared at the beginning of the episode, announcing on my personal social media pages the existence of Stairway to Redemption. I wanted to have at least 3 episodes before making any announcements, just so people will have enough content to check out once the word is out. Now that it's done, I'm asking for all y'all to support my new venture by following us on social media and leaving reviews on, Spotify and Apple Podcast. It will help a lot. It will help us a lot growing our audience and spread the word around. I'm gonna put all the links in the description. Also, if any one of you would like to share the experience battling addiction and be a guest on the show, if you have any related topic suggestion, please email us at stairwaytoredemptionpodcast@gmail.com. And follow us on Instagram at stairwaytoredemption, or go to our website www.stairwaytoredemption.com. All links will be in the description. Have a great weekend, guys. Be safe and see you next Friday.